Hey roofers, we are just wondering today if you've been selling and you've been producing and your revenue numbers are up, but you're still feeling like so stressed out about money. We just want you to know that you are not alone, that this is so common inside of our industry to be stressed out about money, regardless of what our revenue numbers are. Today, we want to dive in a little bit and we want to talk about some of the problems that we face inside of the roofing industry in regards to cash flow. And then we want to dive a little deeper and look at what are the solutions? How can we get on top of this little thing called cash flow? Just a few of the problems that I know I can think of off the top of my head is deposits. Are we collecting deposits? Are we collecting them in a timely fashion? Are we collecting those deposits before the job starts and not after the job starts and after money is already coming out of those jobs? Are we sending deposit invoices? Are we doing things that are encouraging our homeowners to pay us? Invoicing and collections. Are we invoicing professionally? Are we going after outstanding balances in a professional and consistent way? What do we do when an invoice hasn't been paid after 2 weeks? What do we do when an invoice hasn't been paid after four? What do we do if an invoice hasn't been paid after six? Do we have processes in place for those things? We also know insurance can be such a bottleneck of our cash. So, supplementing, are we keeping our finger on the pulse of our supplements? Are we fighting too hard for $200 and it's holding up 20,000? Are we being mindful of our cash when it comes to insurance and supplements? All of those things are really, really challenging cash flow problems for our organizations. Are we outproducing our company's ability to collect? And let me give you some context. Years and years and years and years ago, we had a super busy season at Elite, and we were roofing 12 roofs a day, and we were strapped for cash. We were struggling with cash. We were making it work, but it was a challenge. We were producing $500,000 of revenue per day. Think about that for a second. $500,000 of revenue per day. We thought we were hot stuff because we had sold so much. First year, we'd done that much revenue, but we were not being mindful of the fact that our organization was not yet built to collect at that level. We were outproducing our ability to collect. So, are you being mindful of how much you're producing and making sure that you have the ability to sustain that as an organization? Are you taking off projects that are outside of your organization's ability to lend? Do you taking on a big project? Do you know the payment terms of that project perhaps? Can you front enough money to turn that job in a timely fashion? So there are just so many things. That was just like a handful that I'm thinking of just now, but there's so many little things that can impact it. So what is the solution? What is the solution here? So there's so many little things that we can tweak in our business in order to create faster cash flow. So if we tie into the invoicing and deposits problem, are we making it easy for our customers to pay us? So writing a check, I get it. There's no fees attached. I love them. But if in today's day and age, if you can get somebody to click a button and enter their checking information or their credit card, like that is going to be the preference, and you will move your money faster if you create those electronic payment ability and capacity for your organization. So do that. We touched on the invoices with the consistency. Stay consistent, have a process, be sending regular reminders to your unpaid invoices and send stern letters, send friendly letters, do anything that you need to do in order to ping that homeowner that, hey, this bill's still outstanding and we need to collect on the items that we produced for you. So that being said, other bottlenecked areas, we need to keep our finger on top of our supplements. We need to have a KPI around how long our supplements they're outstanding. I like 21 days is my favorite. I don't like my supplements to be outstanding for longer than 21 days. And last but certainly not least, are we forecasting? And what I mean by that is, do we know how much cash we're going to collect today? Do we know how much cash we're going to spend today? And do we know the difference? And are we looking at that on a weekly basis? Okay. So we know how much cash we're going to collect this week, or we have a projection for it. We know what we're going to spend this week. We know what the difference of that's going to be. And then we know what we're going to adjust out in the instance that we don't have enough cash to cover the cash out. So do forecasting, do a weekly forecast. You can keep it simple. It doesn't have to be super complex or challenging, but know when and where your money is going to flow in and out of the business. So those are just a few handful of things that we can do. But when you really start to drill down on where our cash is tied up, then you can start to uncover what solutions can I now implement to get my cash moving. And just the smallest tweaks can make a huge difference. Never underestimate what a little tweak can do for your organizations. That being said, you guys don't have to be in a business that is doing well on the sales side and the revenue side, but is hurting desperately for cash. You can undo that cycle. And I encourage you to just pick a few things, pick one thing this week that you can work on, whether that be the invoice consistency or the electronic payments or whatever you can think of. It will move the needle way more than you possibly can imagine. So if you're getting value from this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and throw us a comment as well. Is this a big challenge for your organization? Please do not hesitate to book a call with us at the Roofing Academy. We would love to come beside you and help you run and manage your business and fill the gaps for all the areas that maybe you're struggling in.